You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the June 1st meeting of the LaPorte County Alcoholic Beverage Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let the record reflect. Well, first I'll ask the question, is there anybody here that is remonstrating against an establishment? In other words, talking against them? There is none? Okay, fine. Let the record reflect that this meeting of the LaPorte County Alcohol Beverage Board on the first day of June at 10 a.m. is now in session. Will all of you who are going to be speaking to the board please stand and raise your right hand to be sworn in, please?
If you are here for a new permit, a transfer of ownership, a transfer of location, or a renewal after a violation, stand and raise your right hand, please.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers that you gave on your application or any testimony that you give to any question asked by the board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Answer by saying, I do.
I do.
Okay, you can be seated, please. Board number one's going to go first, and we have a few automatic renewals here. We have a automatic renewal for the Dollar Store located in Westville. We also have Zorn Brew Works located in Michigan City. And we also have Zorn Brew Works. There's two issues on Zorn Brewery. All right, do I hear a motion to?
Wait, no issues. Just one is for Zorn Brew Works, the other one is for Zorn Barrel House. Two different permits. One's the restaurant, one's the catering hall. You also have another one down here.
Oh, yes, I do. Thank you. And also we have an automatic renewal for Gateway Triangle Corporation. Do I have a motion on these automatic renewals? Motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Now, everybody that we just named and that they have a
There's
renewal.
nobody.
Have a renewal that's been up and it's been taken care of. You really didn't have to come, but if you're here, fine. But they've all been approved, those four, okay? All right. Who do you want to do next?
Just go in order
Okay.
for the violations.
Next, we have a hearing on Lighthouse Liquors. Is anybody here from Lighthouse? Or you want to step forward, please?
Read the DL number, please.
Please be seated.
Read the DL number, please.
Okay, yeah, the DL number on this one is 468-6149. And it's located on Washington Street in Michigan City.
Can you state your name, please?
Sure. My name is Nipul Patel.
Okay, and you are one of the owners, correct?
I'm one of the partners, yes.
Okay. All right, so this is a renewal after a violation. You had an alcohol compliance check conducted in December of 22 and paid a $1,250 fine. I'm guessing that was a little bit higher because you guys also failed a compliance check back in 2015 where you paid a $500 fine.
Correct.
And in between that time, you had a sale to intoxicated patrons where you also paid a $500 fine. So, I'm going to tell the board why failing these alcohol compliance checks.
First of all, apologies because we do want to uphold the law. Unfortunately, there is no excuse for selling to a minor. Absolutely, we do not allow it. We tell all of our employees who are behind the counter that that is absolutely unacceptable. We don't know why it happened, even though we have it in our system to scan the ID and it flags, and it does not even allow us to proceed with the sale if it's underage. Although, as I said, there is no excuse, so whether the employee who's been with us for a good amount of time, she's a very good employee, but she was reprimanded, she was required to take server class again online, and also we made sure that she had to pay that $250 fine as well. So she is very well aware and very apologetic about it. She was also suspended for 1 week without pay, so she understands the importance of making sure all the laws are followed. She understands that, yes, we took a bigger hit, but also she has to take a hit. As far as the previous violation that was 8 years ago, we were just new in the business back then. Cannot really apologize. I mean, I want to apologize for those violations as well, but I remember coming to the board and apologizing already regarding those violations.
It just shows history that there's ongoing problems. That's what we look at when I tell the board, you know, hey, keep in mind there were these other violations. I understand it was 8 years ago, and we're not asking you to talk to those effects today, other than we're just showing that this is repeated violation. So all your employees know you have to card everybody that appears under the age of 40.
Correct.
So there must be an override button on the register. You can override it if they look over 40.
And that's been disabled since.
Okay.
I mean, enabled, it was not a mandatory button, but now it's mandatory.
Okay, so they can't override it anymore.
Correct.
They have to scan the ID.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Usually.
Can I just?
Sure. Sorry.
The software itself, sometimes out-of-state driver's licenses, it does a false positive. So we are working with the software manufacturer to eliminate that loophole.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to still manually check the ID. Sometimes the barcode behind the driver's license is kind of faded, or, I mean, there are scratches on it. So it would flag illegal sale.
Okay.
So we still have to manually check the ID after each sale anyway.
Okay.
And it's been very well explained to all the employees who work behind the counter.
Okay. How many employees do you have?
Usually in the evening we have 3,
Okay.
and on the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we have 3 employees, 2 of them behind the counter, 1 is actually stocking.
How many do you have total at the store?
Oh, as you know, the employee problems these days, so it's a kind of a hit and miss, but I would say about 7,
Okay.
8.
Okay, so our concern too is always that if you're failing alcohol compliance checks, how many times are you selling to underage people when we're not aware of it with the compliance checks? That's always the concern. Because the compliance checks, as you know, and for everybody else that's new to the business, you know, there's no trickery involved. They don't use fake IDs. Your clerk asks them, are you old enough to be in here? And the youth will tell you, no, I'm not. Are you 21? No. How old are you? I'm 18. You know, things like that. There is no lying, no trickery, no nothing involved. And so that's why when these are so simple to pass, all you gotta do is say, do you have ID? And they say no, and they walk, oh, sorry, I can't sell to you, and they walk out the door. Then we get concerned about how many kids are, yes, I'm 21, you know, and they're really not, because that's what real kids do, you know, so.
Well,
that's
one
a
thing's
concern.
I mean, yes, there is no excuse for selling to a minor. Absolutely, I would not want my kids ever purchasing alcohol when they are not of age. But we have kind of become reliant, these employees have kind of become reliant on swiping the driver's license, and it's just telling them on the screen, that screen turns green, right? But as I said, there is no excuse for it. I cannot, all I can do is apologize that this happened. We try our best because this is our livelihood. We are not, we cannot afford to have the store shut down for a week or even a day. And I know that's a penalty.
Yeah.
So, we just have to be more vigilant about it.
So if the one young lady was fined $200 and some odd dollars,
And that's a week of pay for her.
and you probably made that known to the other employees.
Oh, very much.
That could happen to them also.
We made her tell everyone.
Okay.
That was the best part.
You made her tell them.
Tell all the employees.
Oh, okay.
I can preach all day long and that's not going to do anything. It's just, she is an example.
Well,
Now,
she was
Yeah.
bypassing the system, and there probably were other employees that were bypassing the system. And now that she got
Well-
stung, and they realized that could happen to them, that's an advantage for you,
as
right?
I tried to explain, maybe not well enough, but the system allowed that swiping to be bypassed. That has been
It's not 100% accurate.
But
that has been
corrected.
taken care of
Yeah.
now. The only thing we are working with the manufacturer of the software now is false positives
Yeah.
or false negatives.
I think that's a big adjustment. One, retraining the employee, having her retrain, because you're right, you can only preach so much, and unless you're gonna be there working 24 hours, 18 hours a day, you're not gonna, solve all the problems. But it sounds like the cash register,
Yes.
is.
And that's why we invested in that software. Because, I cannot afford to take
Yeah,
And you're also probably losing one of your employees to Florida, right?
so far.
Well, one of my neighbors works for you.
Yeah.
And the families were moving. So
Yep. So,
little inside stuff like that. Doesn't matter.
I know.
okay, I don't have any other questions.
Does anybody else have any questions?
No.
Okay, may I have a motion?
I'll make a motion for a one-year renewal.
Okay, do I have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Opposed?
okay,
Thank you.
that's it. Thank you, thanks for
Thank you,
coming.
sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Next, you want to do Max Grab? Okay, next, anybody here for Max Grab?
Max's Grab and Go, Michigan City. Okay, we'll table that in case you're running late.
All right, after that would be Black Hawk Inn, located in Westville. Anybody here?
Yes.
Okay, if you come forward, please.
Good morning.
Morning.
State your name, please.
John Kickbush.
Are we still pending, or is that resolved, or where are we at?
I filed for an extension, like you said, but then I got a 3-month extension.
Right, they're always
through the
3 months.
board. Okay, so that's where I'm sitting.
Okay,
But they finished their.
because you got the second violation issued, right?
Yeah.
In April or May, maybe May, I think, right
Yeah,
before
it
the
was
May hearing.
Yeah,
Okay, so that, you haven't received anything in the mail yet for that?
no.
No, okay. Let's continue one more month. And since you have the letter of extension, in hopes that you will get the letter like soon, I'm gonna inquire about that, because usually it only takes 2 to 3 weeks now to get those letters.
Yeah, it comes
So-
to my house.
And that's why I thought, well, maybe you had already even taken care of it by now, so, okay.
No.
Okay. Okay, so we will continue it till July 6th. And keep our fingers crossed that everything is tied up by then. But like I said, I'll inquire on where that is
Okay.
at the ATC and why you haven't received the letter, just to make sure it doesn't slip through the crack and everything.
Yeah, nothing's, it'll probably show up today, but.
Probably, right? You go home and get the mail and it'll be there. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Okay, next we have a hearing for Hudson Lake Tavern. And that's RR 4640036. How do you sit down?
How are we doing today?
Good.
Hello, hello.
I'm glad you're sitting down. I get a sore neck.
Yes. Gordon McKinley.
Thank you. And you are the owner,
Yes.
one of the owners. Okay, so you posted your orange sign. Did
Yes.
you bring that affidavit?
Yes.
Perfect.
And my new
New plan, thank you.
I think
Oh, good, wonderful.
she said I may have to still sign it somewhere.
Yep, right here, please. And then if you want to sign and date this one, anywhere, top, bottom, doesn't matter, and you can date it today. I'll give you that part back. Thank you. All right, so easiest way is to let you
Uh-oh.
tell us what you're doing, your menu, your hours, your business model, all that sort of stuff, and then we'll ask questions as needed.
Okay. We're reopening Little Bar in Hudson Lake. Used to be Happy Joe's, now it's going to be Hudson Lake Tavern. I'm born and raised from that town. It's going to be just a small little tavern with real basic bar food. Nothing fancy. Hopefully we can be a community place where the town can come and congregate, and because there's really not much left in Hudson Lake. No, I know. That's pretty much the extent of it.
21 and above.
21 and above, okay.
Okay.
Yes,
No
yes,
minors?
For sure, no minors.
Bar food like
Cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches, fish sandwiches, real basic food.
fries,
Fries.
mozzarella sticks,
Yep.
wings.
No wings.
No wings.
No wings, yep.
Chicken strips.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. What are your hours going to be?
We believe they're going to be from 11 to midnight. That's what we're assuming. The
Okay.
kitchen will be closing at 8. And that will vary depending on how it all goes for us.
Okay. Let me just make sure you understand the law says
Okay.
you have to serve food at any time you're serving alcohol.
Okay, yes.
So kitchen can't really close at 8 and the bar close at midnight unless you have
Freezer pizza is our
Okay,
out.
something,
Yes,
some
that's-
sort of food
yes,
available.
yep,
So you
yep,
can
it'd be
shut
free.
down the fryers. Nobody
Yes,
says you have to
yes.
fry everything,
No,
but
no,
you gotta
that's-
have some food
yes, and that's-
available. Okay.
Yeah.
Popcorn doesn't count. Chips don't count. Has to be prepared on
Okay,
premise.
yes, yep.
So if that is a pizza in a toaster oven, that's fine. If it's,
And that's what we're planning.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have any questions.
Any prior experience
I have
with
some in the
alcohol
rest-
permit?
oh, nope.
Or, no?
Nope.
Okay.
Restaurant experience, yes, but not alcohol.
Okay.
I worked as a short order cook in Elkhart for a family from Hudson Lake, but that was 30 years ago. But that's my experience in the kitchen.
Okay, so just make sure you and all your employees do server training.
Yep.
Online. Your employees have to all have server licenses. If they have to renew their training and their licenses every 3 years. As owners, you only have to renew your licenses or training every 5 years.
Okay.
Don't need a license because you're covered under the permit for the business.
Pretty much covered it.
You can see how important it is to check
They're not in there
IDs.
yet. No, we just had the fire suppression company come in and they're redoing our whole system, and then when that's final, we're gonna have them come in.
Gonna have the health department.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Have you touched base with the health
Yes.
department? Okay.
Yes, actually, we're gonna go get the water sample today when we leave here.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so as you heard too, how important it is to check IDs.
Oh, yes.
And make sure you don't sell to minors. The employee fines are going up. They started out at about $100, but then you heard today that one employee was $250 just for the individual.
That was good for me to hear, so I can make sure I pass that along to any employees we have.
And that's kind of why we try to do violations first and then new things next. So you
Yeah.
kind of get both ends of the spectrum, so.
Do you have like a handbook for your employees going over what the necessities are of checking all the
No, we
IDs?
do not.
Okay.
Not yet.
I might suggest the rules and regulations in alcohol in Indiana are, there's a lot of them. In fact, there's a book, a law book that you can get through Westlaw that will give you all Indiana code.
Westlaw.
Westlaw, yeah.
No, it's not that anymore.
Oh, it's not?
No, I'm sorry, honey, you date yourself so much. It's the LexisNexis Company, LEXIXS Nexus. Same
Okay.
thing, LexisNexis is where you can get that. Yeah.
Honey, I like that. Okay, anyhow, yes, you got a source there that you can look at and what have you. And then the other thing is just trying to keep your employees, in line and,
We're gonna have there'll be just a couple employees. It's a small establishment. But is there a place I could get a handbook that I could look at too? That's all, okay, here.
Yeah, it's www.lexisnexis.com.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it's Indiana, obviously. They have all 50 states, but
Okay.
it's Indiana.
Great.
Okay.
Yes,
And you'll be there most of the time?
every day. Every day. Yeah.
No vacations? No.
Not as of yet, right now, no.
You get paid overtime?
No. No, I do not. Nope. And I've been putting in a lot of it, trying to get the place cleaned up and ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your capacity?
Not sure about that just yet either. That was something I never seen in the building. That's a question. Is that supposed to be put somewhere in the building, the capacity?
Fire code, ask fire.
Ask fire.
They're the ones that set that number, and then they're the ones that would tell you
Give me my little tag that would
if
say.
it has to be posted or
Okay,
not.
because I haven't found a tag anywhere in the building, and I've been everywhere in the building.
Yeah.
And she-
about 50 seats.
she's been in connection with the fire department.
Yeah. They're the ones that will set that number
Yeah.
and tell you if that has to be posted or not.
Okay.
So, I had one other question I thought, but
Other than that, I
Maybe, I guess.
will wish you well.
yeah.
Thank you. We think we're going to do well. Like I said, I'm from the community, and we've been welcomed by everybody in the neighborhood, and yep. So we're hoping that
The thirst remains.
yes.
Yes.
And there's nothing in Hudson Lake anymore. There's not much left down in that little town. That's one of the few things. That's one of the main reasons why we wanted this place, is to have something for Hudson Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
we're hoping it turns out well. We believe it will. We really do. Or we wouldn't be all in like we are.
Yep.
So you noticed the first few we did were automatic renewals?
Yes.
They didn't have violations, so do it that way, it's a whole lot easier.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So no violations, and it becomes automatic renewal. Okay. Yep. Great.
So
Great.
next.
So then I'm hoping not to ever see you guys again. Is that what we're all saying?
Right. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Well, you want to
Except
see me
you,
one more
yeah.
time. Yes, you want to see me at least one more time when you get about 2 weeks before you're ready to open.
Okay.
Did you file the escrow request? No. Okay. So when is your hoping to open date?
We're shooting for what? 27th?
26.
26th.
Of June?
Yes.
Okay. This will actually, I'm trying to figure out if you need to put that form on file. What happens is if you don't file an escrow request, basically it's saying you're not ready to open today. You need to put the permit in escrow.
Oh, we.
So if you don't do that form, then your permit kind of stalls in the process.
Okay.
So that's, this Yeah, you actually probably need to do that form. It's a one-page form, doesn't cost anything.
Online or?
I think you can do it online. If you have to print it, you can at least email it to
Okay.
your processor, I'm sure.
So is that Suzanne Kennedy?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. But the reason being is because this will go to the commission hearing next Tuesday already, and you're not ready to open. So like I said, we don't want it to stall in the system. We want it to keep moving through. So once they have that escrow form, they'll just hold it for you until I finish the inspection.
Oh, okay.
So once the inspection is done, then they literally put it in the mail. It's like it just happens. Whereas if that escrow form isn't done, it goes, it's
That's
weird. So, if you're wanting to open by the 26th or 27th, have me out by maybe the 16th or the 19th, somewhere around there. Okay? And you got my contact information,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. Yep. So just shoot me an email and when you're ready.
All right.
Okay.
Nothing else? Any other questions? Love to see you all show up down there one time or another.
We need a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you
Good
very
luck.
much, y'all.
Yeah.
Nerves are there.
Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good day, everybody.
You too.
And that is enough for,
Go back to Max's grab and go because I think somebody came in.
oh, okay, all right, Max is okay.
He needs re-sworn in though.
Want to see, please?
Oh, he needs re-sworn in.
Okay, yes, you weren't here when we had us, when everybody was sworn in. If you'll stand up and raise your right hand, please. You have to be sworn in. Stand up. There you go. All right. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers that you gave on your application or any testimony you give to any question asked by the board will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me see, please.
Can you state your name, please?
My name is Gurpreet, G-U-R-P-R-E-E-T. Last name is Singh, S-I-N-G-H.
Okay. And you're one of the owners?
My wife is the owner.
Okay.
I'm the manager.
Manager, okay, got it. All right, so we had continued this last month because it was an alcohol compliance check back in December of 2022. And the state had offered $1,000 fine, but the check hadn't cleared and everything.
Yes.
But I did see that has been paid. They paid $1,000 fine, so.
Yeah, when I came last time, I didn't know that like there was, because I didn't receive any letter from them. So I emailed one of the officer. So they emailed me the document and then I paid.
Okay. Okay, so what the clerk that sold that failed the compliance check, if I remember right, they specifically remember doing it at the time. They said, "I know what she walked in and she went over there and she bought brought this up to the counter." Why didn't he check IDs? Why didn't he ask for her ID?
No, I did ask my employee, and even like my register is work like that, like when someone buy beer or wine, it has to be like scanned the license.
Okay.
And if somebody is like look over 40 and we just hit enter and it will, and that's be honest, like that's employee's mistake.
Okay.
Right? It was nothing from like from the management, because whatever I can do like to control all that, I did hit all the options and even in the system. So it never happened. It's been like we opened it back in 2018.
Okay.
And that's my very first violation.
Okay. So all your employees do know they have to card anybody who looks under 40.
Yes.
Okay, and then I think you missed it, but one of the first locations we had today was a liquor store that had a system that did the same thing. They could override it if somebody looked over 40, and the employees get lax, and they just do that all the time without asking for IDs. They have since changed their system so that there's no override anymore.
Yeah.
You have to scan an ID.
Yeah.
So that may be something you might want to consider.
No, after when I got that ticket and I made like strict rule, even like I say, hey, just like they, like I took like very strictly. I say, hey, you guys can be fired for all that, and I will make sure like if I have an option in my system, they can't override.
Okay.
So I will follow up with that.
Okay, all right. This is the only violation they've had. Like you said, he's had it for, well, going on 5 years now and no violation, so.
It's a pretty good record.
Yeah,
But it hurts when you get stung like that, you know. I mean, this day and age, you want to always keep the profit margin moving
Yes.
along.
Yeah, it's been 5 years, and this very first one, and I don't know how he got it. Like, I'm sorry for all that.
Okay, does anybody else have any more questions? No more questions, may I have a motion?
Motion to approve 1 year.
And do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Have a good day.
Good day and good luck.
Thank you.
And that is the end of board number 8.
I will make a motion to approve the May 4th minutes as written.
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Okay, 10:30. All right, ready to start board number 2? Okay, good morning. I am Lisa Daniel King with board number 2, and my board members are
Ron Schaefer, LaPorte County.
Matt Sikorsky, LaPorte County.
Michelle Trevor, State Excise Police.
Okay, so today I have some renewals, automatic renewals. The first one is RR460339, Dick's Bar. The next one is RR4602976, El Grosero. RR4604507, Smutzer's Club Tavern. RR4632167, Ringers Sports Bar and Grill. And the last one is RR4638566, Fresco. Can I have a motion?
Motion approved.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, if I just called your number and we approved it, you're welcome to leave. Okay. All right, the last one that I have today is a new request for a new, and it's number RH4630275, and it's for Asia Resort.
It's actually a typo in the system, and I already emailed Indianapolis and told them to correct it. It's
Okay, I
Aria.
know where you're right here on Pine Lake Ave, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, the hotel, correct?
Yeah, the hotel.
Yeah, the old Holiday and
The
everything
corporation
else.
name is Maple City Hospitality LLC.
Okay, can you please state your names?
Kush Patel?
Jayshree Patel. And you're both the owners?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Are you husband, wife?
No.
No. Okay. Brother, sister?
No.
No.
Mother, father.
No, we are good friends. So, what are your plans? Is it going to be, I see it's for beer and wine, are you opening the restaurant back up?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the name of the restaurant going to be?
So,
It's gonna be Uno Pizzeria. We're bringing the Uno Pizzeria over there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And it is, just for the record, it is beer, wine, and liquor.
Oh, I'm
Hotels
sorry.
are beer, wine, and liquor.
Oh, I missed that, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's, like I said, just for the
Thank
record. So why don't you tell the board, I guess, what your experience is with hotels and or alcohol permits at the restaurants and things like that?
I do have a permit. We have Uno started in last year in Portage.
Okay.
It's a full bar serving restaurant also.
Okay.
So I do have experience.
In a hotel over there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Spring
a
House in
Spring House in
Oh,
in
okay.
Porter.
Okay. Got it.
So that hotel has the banquet hall, similar structure like this one which we have.
Yep.
Banquet hall, restaurant, bar, and the hotel part.
Okay, how long have you had that one?
Hotel we have been having for almost 5 years.
Okay.
And bar and restaurant we have a license for
2 years.
2 years, right? Yeah.
Okay.
And Uno we started in last year.
Last year.
Great,
We
great.
had a good success with the Uno over there, so we're
Yes.
bringing the Uno here.
Here.
We talked to Mayor also about it, and he's excited to bringing the Uno here. It's a Chicago-style deep dish pizza and all that stuff.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Is it a franchise?
Yes.
I thought, okay, I know
Yes.
it, I'm familiar.
So I saw you posted your orange sign. Did you bring that affidavit?
Affidavit did
Looks like this.
Michelle, do we have?
Don't have that, okay. I bring blanks for a reason, so I just need you to complete that before you leave today.
Sure.
Mostly what I need is the date you posted the sign and the signature and date. So I can fill in permit number if I need to or anything, but
Can you tell us your menu, approximately what, well, we know it's pizza, but is it any,
It's mostly gonna be deep dish pizza and the other pizzas.
Thin crust,
wings,
personal pizzas, chicken, salads.
chicken wings,
Yeah.
salads,
We have
fries.
other stuff in the menus too,
Yes,
right?
they're like calamari, the french
He's a
fries,
manager, so
chicken
he
wings,
knows more.
boneless bites.
okay.
And then we are in like a deep dish style pizza also over here too in the LaPorte.
Okay, okay. Now, so floor plan, did you bring me more floor plan drawings? Perfect.
And this is for the whole hotel. So
Okay.
basically, this is the main entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Not here. Here, then the front desk. You go from there. It's a bar is here. Then the restaurant is here, and the kitchen, breakfast area. Then you go from here. There is a entry to the banquet hall here and also here.
Okay.
So we have a big banquet hall which is deep.
It's gonna be three.
Part. If you want a whole one, you can rent the whole thing, or you can divide it into three.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a small meeting room here. Then this is all rooms. This is all rooms. Then you go from here. There is a sitting area here. Then we are building the arcade sitting. It's under. You have to go down.
Okay.
Then on the top of the arcade, we have a sitting area also.
Okay.
Huge.
Then we have a kind of like gazebo here, and this sitting area. Then we have pool and we're planning
Sauna and a steam room.
sauna and steam room is.
does the pool still go outside?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it
Part of-
does. We added dry sauna and the steam bath
Oh,
into
nice.
that.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay, so the rooms, I know you have several rooms of floors, but is that, or several floors of rooms?
Yes,
But there's nothing on the upper floors other than the rooms, right?
No,
Okay.
that's correct.
There's no conference rooms or anything on any other level?
I think the second floor has a
there's
kind of
I said
patio.
on the top of the
Yeah.
arcade area, we
Yes.
have that sitting room.
Okay,
On the
okay,
top of
I
it.
know where
About
that's.
25 to 30 people.
Okay, okay. Perfect. This is what I needed. Thank you. So I do have one question about the patio. Just on this drawing, because when I went there was only like 2 fencing sections and they were all moved around and everything. And I know the restaurants and the bar is not open yet. Just make sure that when you get this all open, that you do keep those fencing in place.
Yes.
Like wherever they are, just make sure it stays there.
Sure.
So, I had another question, it'll come to me in a minute. Does anybody else have questions?
Are you planning on doing carryout business of any consequence, or is it primarily people coming in and staying?
Carry out also.
So that room service is included in that with the hotel? Is that automatic?
let me-
License? Or how does that work?
Let me clarify. So, we don't care if they do carry out with pizza or whatever, that's
Only
not
pizza,
our
only
thing.
food.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
hotels do not allow carry out of alcohol.
Right.
However, that's why I needed them to bring this plan, because yes, they can sell a person a 6-pack of beer to take to their room.
Right.
Okay.
Or if, to the sitting room, or whatever they're going to allow. So that's why we want to cover the whole building, not just the restaurant and the bar. Or the banquet room. And I will, that's what I was gonna tell you, tell you, not you, is that they have done a tremendous amount of work already. I can tell that it's gonna be amazing because the banquet room has like been gutted. It's getting all drywalled. The kitchen has a ton of work happening in it. I mean, it's I can tell you guys are investing.
It's getting there.
Yeah, you're investing in it. So it's gonna be super nice. So,
Well,
We redid the
excited to
whole pool.
see it have new life.
the pool too.
Yeah, we redid the whole new pool.
Oh, and I didn't go in that area, but yeah, please visit. I will.
It was time for a facelift. It's
Yes.
nice to have new life there
Yeah.
because it's such a large property and it's right there on Pine Lake Ave. Great location.
Yes.
So I'm excited for you.
And the guest requires to have that alcohol thing in it. People want to enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah.
So-
Right.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything outside, but we have more planning to have a landscape and
Inside.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I will tell you guys, because I don't know how familiar you are with this property or the area, but this hotel used to be like,
To go.
The best.
it was the place to go. Like people would have, Girl Scout pool parties and birthday parties and everything all the
Yeah,
time.
we want to bring everyone's back.
So yeah, I think with all this work that you guys are doing,
thank
you
you.
will.
We used to have a lot of live entertainment too in the bar area because the
Yes.
bar allowed that and it was, it was nice.
That's what
to
we
enjoy
have at the
community.
We're
Porter,
keeping that
Uno.
that way.
Okay.
Every Saturday, Friday, Saturday, we have live music and
Because we don't have a lot of
Okay.
options in LaPorte for that kind of a venue right now.
Yeah.
it's an exciting project.
It is. Like I said, I just wanted the board to know that they've been
you.
good, doing a lot of work already, so.
To hear it.
Almost sounds like the 60s. With the band, if you got a place to dance, hey.
Oh, yes,
you're in,
yes.
you know. Of course, nowadays, the kids know how to dance.
So I don't have any other questions.
Anyone else have any other questions?
Motion approved.
Motion approved.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay,
You
good
guys
luck.
need a copy
You
or
want
anything?
this?
Yeah,
I
just
do
know,
need
so-
this, and I just need one of you to sign and date it on the bottom, please. And then you
Yes.
can just give me that before you leave.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes for May?
Motion approved.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Only
No other business for board number 2? Okay. Meeting adjourned 10:41.
what was the public?